Everyone always thought I was a lucky child, a complete family, loving parents, a calm, warm home. People often told me, "You're so lucky to have parents like that." And I believed it. Until one single night changed everything. That night started like any other. My parents had gone to a family anniversary and weren't coming back until morning. I stayed home alone, a rare opportunity, and decided to finally clean out the storage room. Our old apartment, where we had lived since my childhood, was full of forgotten things: boxes, folders, old papers, letters. I was sorting through them without much interest until I noticed a small box hidden behind a suitcase. It was labeled with a marker, "Documents." I opened it without a second thought. Inside were neatly stacked papers, as if someone had returned to them many times: passports, certificates, receipts, and then a document with my name on it, my birth certificate. I smiled at first, just curious to see it after so many years. But a few seconds later, that smile disappeared. The date of birth was wrong, almost 2 months off. At first, I thought it had to be a mistake. But the longer I stared at it, the stronger the feeling of anxiety became. I checked the names, the place of birth. And then I noticed something else. In the father field, there was a dash. My heart started racing. My dad had always been there. He had never given me a single reason to doubt that I was his daughter. I kept digging through the box. Under the certificate, there was a medical record from the hospital, and on it, in cold, official words, it said, "Child abandonment." My legs gave out. I sat down right there on the floor. At the very bottom of the box, there was an envelope, yellowed with age, sealed. On it, handwritten, were the words, "For her." When the time comes, my hands were shaking as I opened it. The letter was from my mom. She wrote that she and my dad had tried for years to have a child. Doctors, treatments, endless waiting, and every time, disappointment. She wrote that there were moments when they almost gave up. And then one day, they were offered a choice. A newborn baby girl, left behind at the hospital. Her biological mother had signed the papers and walked away. That baby was me. My mom wrote that the moment she saw me, she knew. She didn't feel like she was taking someone else's child. She felt like she was finally meeting her daughter. They planned to tell me the truth. Not right away, but someday. When I was strong enough, old enough, ready enough. But years passed, birthdays passed, milestones passed, and every time they wanted to tell me, they were afraid. Afraid I would look at them differently. Afraid I would pull away. Afraid I would leave. "You are not our child by blood," the letter said. "You are our child by choice. We chose you, every single day." I don't remember how long I sat there. Minutes, hours, maybe the whole night. My thoughts were loud. My chest felt heavy. But my eyes stayed dry. I wasn't crying. I was numb. When the sun came up, I was still sitting there. And when I heard the door open, I knew there was no turning back. I laid the documents on the table. My parents froze the moment they saw them. My mom's face lost all its color. My dad slowly sat down. No one spoke at first. Then I asked, my voice barely steady, "Am I adopted?" My mom started crying instantly, not quietly, not politely. She covered her face and whispered, "I'm so sorry." My dad didn't cry, but his voice broke when he said, "We were afraid. Afraid of losing you. Afraid that one day you'd stop calling us your parents." And in that moment, I understood something painful. Their fear wasn't imaginary, because inside me, a storm had already begun. I needed answers, not half-truths, not silence. I needed to know where I came from, who she was, why she left me, if she ever thought about me. The search took months. Archives, requests, waiting. Most doors stayed closed. Most answers never came. Until one name appeared. Just one. Ekaterina. No last name, no address, no guarantees. But it was enough. I searched, and almost gave up. And then, I found her. I stared at my phone for a long time. My fingers hovered over the screen. One message could change everything. I typed, "Hello, this may sound strange, but I believe you are my biological mother." The message was sent, and suddenly, I couldn't breathe. Minutes passed, then an hour, then another. Nothing. And just when I thought I had made a terrible mistake, a reply appeared. I knew this day would come. I read the message over and over again. My heart was pounding. My hands were shaking. My mind was screaming. We didn't talk much in messages. Just enough to agree to meet, a week later, in a small cafe, halfway between our cities. I arrived early. I chose a table near the window. Every time the door opened, my chest tightened. And then, she walked in. I knew it was her. I don't know how. I just knew. She looked around nervously. Our eyes met. She froze. Her lips trembled. Her eyes filled with tears. And before either of us said a word, she whispered my name. I stood up slowly. My legs felt weak. We didn't hug right away. We just stood there, staring at each other. Then she broke. She covered her face and started crying. "I'm sorry," she said. "I'm so sorry." We sat down. She couldn't stop shaking. She told me she had been 19. Alone, terrified, no support, no money, no one to help her. She said she held me once, just once, and then she signed the papers. She thought about me every year. On my birthday, on random days, she searched for me online, quietly, from a distance. She saw that I was okay, that I was loved, that I was safe, and she didn't interfere. "I didn't want to ruin your life," she said. I listened, without anger, without blame, because suddenly I understood. She didn't abandon me. She let me go. When we stood up to leave, she looked at me and said, "Thank you for being happy." On my way home, the city lights blurred. Not from tears, from thoughts. I realized something that changed everything. Parents are not the ones who give you life. Parents are the ones who stay, who choose you, who raise you, who love you even when it's hard. I have a biological mother, and I have real parents. And now I know the truth. And the truth didn't destroy me. It freed me. Sometimes the family that finds you is stronger than the one you're born into. And this is my story.